now with my current fitness, which obviously has to still improve, but like my previous best result was 12th in Arco. And there it was also like a really, really difficult semi-final route. And I do well when it's hard moves, and I can do the moves. There is a certain point where my endurance just limits me, but I feel like I can really always find the best beta in on an on-site route. And
pleasing. This place is stunning.
it was really funny in the technical meeting. Tomoa Narasaki, the president of the Mountaineering Federation, at the opening, he said, "Well, welcome back to Slovenia, and finally we have a new wall."
It has been a long time coming, hasn't it? Yeah. And we will chat about that more because it's interesting in terms of impact to Slovenian climbing and what it will mean for training. But let's chat about that after our first competitor, because Satoshi Yoshida is out. He gets a couple of seconds to look back and remind himself. And now let's chat about the start, because it's a run and jump beginning, and that's not ideal, is it, if you're an athlete wanting to calm yourself down?
It's stressful. In lead, if you have these things, this is real stress. Yeah, because you have one try, and if you fall down, you can't do it again.
Yeah, we have to watch this stress. Up he goes.
Okay, it's a joke. All right.
Not too bad.
Okay, it's a pretty sharp edge volume.
I mean, the route setters would not want to set something they're going to fall off on, but it would get his heart rate going.
It's like this mental catch at the start to throw you off, but most of these people will just get it together and continue as nothing happened.
Yeah, he'll deal with it. So the first part, pinches on those boomerang-shaped volumes. You have to cross through, cut loose a bit, be careful with your feet. And then that's through the left part of the wall. Then it crosses onto the center of the wall and back left, back right, and then finally the head wall. So it's quite a long route.
Yes, and these Frutti di Bosco squadra allowing for some, let's say, jamming.
So jam in there, crack aficionados, let us know.
You never know, like with these volumes you can do so much, and the route setters can play around with the shapes and the edges, but then from these sharp edge volumes we get onto some more round ones, dual texture holds.
Quite an awkward foot there, sort of standing on the rope.
The rope got caught in. This can be really tricky sometimes. If you stand on the rope, you can easily slip.
Yeah, considering he's only really on one foot and the tension. He has got a toe hook in on the right. Now he changes it and swings to the left.
So these holds are, the white surfaces are completely plastic or slippery, and the only friction is on the red part. So there's this tiny circle in the middle where you can put a thumb and like pinch it, but in this case it's not necessary. Yeah,
and then he locks in the heel underneath. I don't think that's a sock, by the way. I think he's got taping at the top of his foot. Oh, well, it looked it from the other angle anyway.
I think it's a sock.
I'm always on the sock lookout nowadays. I've seen a few do it. So he goes up to the crim, then decides to drop down for a rest on the pinches.
Yeah, there's not many comfortable positions. Obviously, this is the final round. It's not going to allow for a bit of it.
Oh, big move, and he goes. So that's only about halfway through this route.
Okay. So he completely
didn't quite look comfortable for a sec, and then disappointment when
it depends really on the strategy, because most teams have certain conditions. If you reach top 10 in this competition, you can go there, and usually this is for like far away comps that cost a lot of money relatively to the other competitions. They would put some conditions in, and then if someone has a bad day, they don't go to another destination. This jump proves to be really easy, actually.
Yeah, so Tyson Schoene is underway easy on the run and jump. Now, sit back and enjoy Tyson Schoene, but he is one of my favorites to watch because he just keeps going. He's got some crazy endurance going on. And a lot of medals as well already, 4 to his name.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him boulder.
Within Japan, I think they're pretty split between the disciplines, and then you have just a few people who are committed to the combined. Or well, at least at this point now. But also, what I heard happened, like for example, why Tomoa Narasaki is not competing in lead this year, is that they had some really weird qualification route on their Japan Cup that had some crazy dyno in the middle, and Tomoa chose the wrong beta and fell on the dyno. and he didn't make the cut, even though he was in really good shape. And I think that happened to quite a few athletes, actually, that are doing well in both disciplines. But yeah, sometimes it's just one comp that defines the season, and you can't do anything about it. Same happened to Tomoa Narasaki with bouldering. He didn't make it, and then because some others were sick or couldn't come, he was a replacement, and then was in finals both times.
So Tyson Schoene is coming up to this move, this sequence of moves.
So these illusion holds are so much different than the previous section. Very round.
Yeah, it has to be precise as well on that dual tech surface.
Yes.
And now this is the part where Schoene fell off this crimp. Has he got the better body position? He's resting on it.
But now I'm thinking, yeah, he does.
Crosses through statically with the right foot low, kind of drill, pushing him downwards.
Yes, but this is such a weird body position for the body, because you're twisted out left and you're like arched, and then you have to go back to the right. But this heel hook seems to be very comfortable, and he even finds a place to rest. Which is cool.
So then he starts to go out to the right, and you can see the tick marks on the volume. That's to give the athletes a clue of where the holds actually are. And they get bad at this point, thin crimps and bad feet. But he's using this opportunity to rest halfway through. Looked like a good shakeout from Tyson there, so he might have got something back.
Yeah, seems to be quite a comfortable position for him at the moment. Underclaim the volume. I really like these volumes, triangular pyramidal ones that have like a good underclink. This is so good. Okay.
Oh, Tyson nearly comes off that, swapping the foot, jumping it in, but he makes that pinch work. Now crosses under, climbing a little bit quicker to get through this section. Will make this clip, and then he starts to go towards the left, pinches Becken.
Now we're back to round holds again.
Root set is just chucking crimps and then pinches and slopers. It's
you have to test it. Oh, and there's a dyno.
Now there was a jump there from that sloper out.
Yeah.
Tyson looks a little bit confused there, then sort of committed to the jump.
He stopped for a moment, and then just like he had a little bit of hesitation in his eyes, and he just didn't know.
A good separation at the moment from these routes. And Alberto, he always looks so nervous when he comes out onto stage.
You think so?
I think so. Like,
I think he looks cool. I don't know.
Maybe it's a steely-eyed look instead. He's just focused.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just sometimes want with Alberto. I kind of want to go give him a hug. I know it sounds weird, but he's so good
he
when he just. Now he does. Yeah.
Me.
Now he's totally zen. I'm just reading too much into this. It got a bit weird. Then.
You just want to hug people. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it is. I do love again watching Alberto climb, because I've talked to him about that Olympic pressure and how much he felt it. And then he took time away, and it's just good to see him back in finals again.
Yeah. I actually had no idea how young he is. I haven't really talked to him, even though we competed at the same comps. I never had a chance to really talk to this person until like this last week. We were in Innsbruck training together. And there I got a chance to chat a little bit with him. And then I just had no idea how old he is. And I was, excuse me, how old are you? 19? What?
Spain's youngest gold medalist.
Yeah, I was then so shocked. Oh, this was some powering.
Yeah, he cruises down there. Through that. No jams going on there.
Yeah. Seemed like he was just there. Reverse pull up.
But this is this high foot sequence. You've got to stand up on that black volume.
Yeah, no, the rope. The rope position can change your focus so much if you have it wrongly tangling around your feet or hips or knees.
Now, that method of doing it, the route setter said if someone tries to snatch at it, they're probably going to fall off. So that move is very, very physical the way he did it.
That seems so. Now we'll see how much it will affect him. So now he stands, I think, just on this circle. Yeah,
Yeah, he kicks back. Yeah, so that might have taken a bit of power. Or he's just made a decision to do it the powerful way.
Yeah, I guess when you're up there, you have a choice to go shoulder in first, put your foot really high, and then press, because sometimes people don't find that thing comfortable. But no problem in this section, and now I guess he will decide to rest. Hopefully. Not even taking the jig.
That hold looks better from that. Oh, he doesn't rest. He's pretty much straight through, unless he's choosing to rest here.
Yeah, some people will choose to have long shake-offs, and some would just shake off on the way, like every third move. Oh, he looks very tired right now.
Yeah, went up to the higher one, but Alberto's got a jump coming up, and he is a bit more jumpy than Taisai Hama, so it'd be interesting to see if that's the thing. Can I measure people on jumpiness?
But maybe he'll try to put static, you know, or just send it
That's a long way, isn't it? And he misses the jump too. Okay, well, this is obviously a bit of a stopper move, this jump, and that's two athletes in the same place. So he looks up at the wall, and the crowd surrounding us. We're in a box at the back there, and I just want to say there's kids surrounding us, and it's so exciting to be in this stadium because, like, a lot of people are here for the...
And the other one is just there to stop your swing, to compress it. And from what we saw... Oh, there's Yoshiki with a bouldering bag. I like that.
With a what?
A bouldering bag.
Is it? Oh, with a massive... Oh, yeah. It's because he knows the start's a run and jump, that's right. He's just going to chalk everything up, just in case.
Yeah.
Now, Yoshiki Uogata is notoriously good at pinches.
Yes.
There are a lot of pinches on this route.
Yes.
Could be one of his.
Yeah. We'll see how he does it, because he's obviously very strong, but if you climb with your power, you're not going to get far. So you have to spare your power and be considerate of the length of the route and how many hard moves you have to do. So that's sometimes the problem with boulders. Like, I have struggled with this still, like, not to climb with my upper body so much.
Just crimping the blood out of every crimp.
Yes. Yeah, over gripping is really a thing.
Yeah.
It drains you out so much. Every time I switch from boulder to lead, I just don't know how to climb lead. Just keep squeezing juice out of holds.
Yeah, and it's so easy to remember afterwards, like, oh, I was over gripping, but at the time it feels like the right thing to do.
You have to think and breathe and just focus on relaxing, really.
So Yoshiki Uogata gets through the pinches nice and easy. Interesting method there with the foot in.
Yeah. Yoshida did the same bit with the foot in.
So pretty dynamic at the moment, just popping through these moves. These red and white holds have screw-ons. You've got to be accurate as well as powerful through here. That's the shadow from the cable, from the crane cam that's right behind him. So lay-backing that.
He's getting a little bit confused with all the holds. Continues on.
Healing.
Didn't use the left.
So bumping, now gets that screw on the pinch, enjoying these pinches, but he's got to do a bit of a move here.
Has to clip too. He's kind of struggling with the clips right now.
Easy the second time. But that would have taken just a couple of vital seconds out of his arms.
I wonder if you can go double here, like along with the left hand. Yeah. Trying to find out right away. And here you have to squeeze so much with on the right side. So he finds a comfortable position now, luckily.
So crosses through, high up on that thing. So he made that look pretty simple, that section. Then he crosses through. Right, so now, this is where things start to get serious. How much endurance has Yoshiki Uogata got this evening?
Yeah, now the underclink section, and these crimps are really not so in-cut. They're mostly round, but they're on a sharp edge, so they somehow get a bit better. Oh, but he's struggling with his body position right now. He tries to cross in to avoid his underclink. Yeah, and he's slightly panicking there.
Yeah, he is. He looks a bit flustered as he drops back down.
I started breathing fast now.
The stashes into it. I hope you're at home too.
Oh, do something.
So he's just sort of stuck in this position. But if he does that, he's going to have to unleash way to the right.
No, this is not going to be a smart idea. But I don't know why he feels uncomfortable with just committing to the move to the left.
Now he does, but just gets it.
Then, when you think about it, it's a very fun move.
Yeah, it's a long way. Slaps, misses, and peels off.
Misses both of them.
Oh, he had two chances there to hit it. Missed both of them, slid his way down the volume. So Yoshiki Uogata falls before the jump. This route proving to be pretty... Sorry, Stash, a few technical issues there. What were you saying?
So I thought if he went to the right a bit with a bit more commitment, he would have probably been able to do a couple of more moves. But then he was hesitating. He was there so much more that he panicked, and you could see it. He couldn't find a solution. He tried all the much harder solutions and couldn't just push it through. But sadly, we lost him.
Speed wall that hasn't been in action this weekend but will be in the future, and this spectacular lead wall is brand new. There's no rubber on the surface, it's all shiny.
Yeah. Luka apparently is never nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if this is the moment he's going to be, this is it, isn't it?
Apparently, in every competition his female teammates mock him or try to get something out of him. Like, Luka, do you ever get like a bit nervous? Like,
so he's the Iceman of climbing. We're nicknaming
like,
here.
Yeah, no. Why would I be?
Wow. All right.
I don't need to be nervous. I'm enjoying climbing. But like, for example, if you warm up and you don't do a boulder or you feel like you're not doing well in the warm up, I don't care about warm up. I have a route to climb. They're all like, oh, okay.
This is the Slovenian Iceman.
Damn.
Even
the girls were shocked. Like,
I am going to call him that forever now, even if he specifically asked me not to. So he makes the clip before going right. And he's, you know, one of those ones you kind of circle for potential podium places in this final.
Yeah, he was second in Munich. Vice champion. Slovenia was really, really proud of him. Oh, that was a beautiful.
Kept that left in a long time.
Yeah, keeping the foot behind you gives you comfort to do the moves with your hands, but then once you have to release it at some point, and then it gets a bit uncomfortable. Another toe hook here.
Right, he's underneath the first of the black volumes. Those holds getting really chalked up now. It's a wide pinch that as well.
Yoshiki did, or Sasha as well.
Oh, that was the dodgy slap.
But people seem to feel okay with it.
Yeah, I mean...
Be all right to commit on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's a strong lad. But yeah, you can do it in a very slow way. Or you can snatch like that.
Depends really on your body size and your preferences. Because sometimes if you're scrunched in and you're pushing against the volume, they can strain your back so much, and then you feel so uncomfortable that you start over gripping again, and then you've done nothing really.
So we know there's a slightly dodgy move here, but everyone else, apart from Satoni, have made it look kind of easy. He does too, reaching up. It's just weird with the body. Chalking up, not a full rest, immediately goes right. The Iceman is enjoying this, I think.
Yeah, he looks so composed. This is impressive.
It's great when you see an athlete like that just sort of own the moment.
Yes.
And you see sort of Natalia do this quite a lot, and Luka there in his own way was doing it, but now he's really struggling a bit. Oh, he gets it. That's the hold that was missed before.
Yeah, it's funny that they all opt to go for the upper one directly and not the lower one and then correct the upper one. There's another extra move, but it gives you some kind of security. And now he has to jump.
Only Sasha's got through this point so far.
Oh.
Just.
That was very close, actually.
That right hand was sliding towards the edge. I was watching it go.
Yeah, the jib seems to be saving today.
Well, we'll see a replay of that later. That was a slippy, slidey move, but he made it work and then gets a high toe and rests on the sloper.
Hypes up the crowd a little bit, and they are hyped to be hyped.
Right, so can he get higher than Sasha Lehmann? Sasha got a few moves more. Luka needs really one more to get this. There's the graphic on the left, so he's close, 29, now moves to 30, half a move and he'll get it. He should get it. Yeah, was he going backwards though? It's hard to tell from that angle.
From this angle.
Red shorts. Look, I've got to ask you now, dinosaur tats. I know you've got one. What was going on with that?
It's really funny how people think there's a hidden meaning behind it. We were just kids who saw temporary tattoos. Oh, it's a dino. I want a dino tattoo as well. And there was, I don't know, like 6, 7 of us. Like the Americans brought them into Iceland. I have no idea how they happened to be there and
but
why.
But they're not permanent, right?
No. You see mine is already wearing off.
Yeah, Sasha's got sort of a red triceratops, I think it is.
Yes,
look at my dinosaur knowledge.
So good
on the guns. And Yannick's got it on his shoulder. So that's the meaning behind that, because a lot of people were asking me about what that was all about. And I didn't know yesterday, obviously.
Yeah. People saw them, and I'm really happy they did. Like Natalia and Brooke, they were a bit shy. They were like, I'll put him on the ankle. And then, Sasha, where'd you put it? On the biceps. And then Alex came, and Yannick and Basti, oh no, shoulder, biceps. Of course. I think Hamish also got one.
Well, I thought his was real.
No.
I genuinely did. I talked about it on the live show. Look, let's stop talking about tattoos, because Yannick Flowey is making progress on this route here, crossing under. Definitely not a crack, because we get a better angle on that as a screw on behind there. I always like to say a crack's in there, because like, lots of people enjoy crack climbing and they go crazy.
We can't know from this angle. I don't think it's a crack. They're just like joined together, and there's a little bit of like a slot on the bottom.
I think it's a blue screw on underneath it.
Yes.
Got a shot. Right, so Yannick Fleury is Mr. Shoulders, if Luka was Mr. Iceman. So he should enjoy some of these powerful moves coming up.
Yes, definitely. But we'll see how he'll find himself in the pyramidal section with red screw-ons, which requires some weird positioning and body tension.
Up to the crimp from Yannick. Looks like he just wants to flow up. Ooh, interesting.
It's a bit higher, Yannick, not that one. Not there.
I mean, it sort of makes sense when you see him do it like that, but this move's going to be hard.
But now he has to change his foot, and he
hasn't clipped either.
This was a bad decision, I think.
Yannick is stretched out here. Well, he's made it work. I wonder how much that burned him out.
I think he's happy to have cheated the boulder.
You rarely see that, like an athlete completely miss a section like that.
It happens. I think it happens in qualifications more often than in the other parts, because in semis and finals they really make sure you can't cheat it through. But I don't know. Oh, finds a knee bar.
Yeah, it's not like when Sasha says cheat, she doesn't mean like it's dodging the rules. It's just what we sort of say when an athlete breaks a root setter's root.
Good that you're explaining this, because it's such a usual. Okay, the jump. Oh, so easy. This was the easiest one ever.
Cruised it. What were we worried about? Yeah, so he's not cheating. He's just cheating what the root setters wanted him to do.
So not doing the intended bit.
Oh! So Yannick falls for third. So that means Sasha Lehmann is guaranteed a medal.
Yeah.
And Yannick is going to be nervous here because he's in bronze medal position with one athlete left to go.
This isn't. You never know how far it is. Like yesterday in semis, we also wanted to cheat through one of the sections at the beginning, like skip the undercling and left part, just put a heel and go up. And it was super clear to all of us, like, oh no, we're skipping this, what the hell? But then you start thinking, maybe it's not possible. And then we came up there and it's like, okay, no, it's too far and it's too bad, let's go now.
They usually can spot it, those root setters, they're sneaky. So Ao Yurikuza was last night, he's last tonight, he's in the #1 spot. But I feel with this route, it kind of could be anyone's game. Like, everyone seems to struggle with different bits. Oh, we watch Al sort of make use of a non-hold there on the left.
If you have a route like this in semi-finals like yesterday, it's so exciting and it's so unpredictable. And I must say, like, okay, we had our head at route setting the last comps, but now this comp was really well done. It was hard, but it was hard enough and not too hard. Yeah, you fell in the middle of the route and you still got into finals or semis, but it got a good separation. There was a lot of power and brain involved in this whole competition, and apparently route setters spent a lot of time going through each section precisely and getting the right difficulty and not being afraid to make it too hard, which is a very important factor here. If you get no tops, it's okay. This sport is not for the show. It's for the sport.
Oh, Ao snatches again. A little less positive than the others, almost falling backwards out of it. Crosses up to the pinches. Last athlete out, and the last one who can really make, or can make an impact on the podium. Yeah, I think it's a good point, Stasha. It's a tricky one between a show and an athletic thing.
Sure, there has to be an element of a show, but show shouldn't dictate what the sport is. And we see this so often. And there's a limit, there's a margin.
Yeah, for sure. And it's something I think everyone's learning as well as things get bigger and bigger.
True, I think everyone's like testing the field a little bit, sometimes going too far. And I think it's good that we all talk and speak up when things happen that we don't agree with, like route setting or rule changes or organization changes or anything basically.
So Ao slaps out to the right, then drops the left under. Now all power moves.
This is the safe bet. Go first and then again.
Stash a seal of approval as he bumps instead of just snatching upwards. But this jump is a biggie. He gets set.
Launch.
Goes but drops it. So that move, which put pay to so many, stops Ao Yurikuza in his tracks. which means Luka Potočar won. I've just realised that as well.
I was like, wait, what is happening?
So that is Slovenian athlete in the first comp in Koper on the new wall.
Winning,
and you get to go. But let's check out the results, shall we? Luka Potočar in front of his home crowd, a fairy tale beginning to this Slovenian comp. 30 plus his score. Sasha Lehmann, same score, bumped back due to count back to semi-finals. He takes silver, and Yannick Floe with a bronze medal. So that's our top three. Aoyura Kuza, Alberto López, Taisai Hama, Yoshiki Ogata and Satomi Yoshida make up the rest of the places.